If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 31 of the Wolfsburg career mode here on FIFA 16. We start with a little bit of training as always. Goalkeeper going up one rating as well. Antonucci, nice to see him continue to grow, and he'll actually be getting some first team football sooner rather than later as we rotate our goalkeeper, just to give him a little bit of a first team football to help continue his growth. But we're cracking on now with the Bundesliga season now that we're out of the transfer window. Not had the best of starts to the year so far, obviously, only a single point from 3 games, but hoping to change that with a win here against Augsburg away from home. They're playing a similar formation to us, so I was hoping that obviously they wouldn't cancel each other out and lead towards a boring game, but the conditions weren't the best. As you can see, it's raining again. I think almost every single game that we've played so far this season, competitive wise, outside of the pre-season tournament, has been in the rain, so slightly frustrating. But I don't like to go into the settings and change the weather each and every game. I like to, play it as realistically as possible. If the game wants to give me rainy weather, then I am to put up with rainy weather. So we push on, and a couple of minutes in, we almost get ourselves in front. Schürrle goes on a really nice run, but he can't quite find that far bottom corner. A few moments later, though, we got a free kick on the edge of the box. Ricardo Rodriguez is the best free kick taker in the starting 11 right now, but he can't quite squeeze it in that far post. Almost gets too much curve on it. It's really hard to judge with players with really high curve, just how far across to the side you need to judge where you aim the free kick. Unfortunately, that time didn't quite get it right. But again, just a few moments later, we're going to have another chance. Alvaro Morata squeezes this through to Schürrle. Good shot, but well blocked by the defender. And as we mentioned in the previous episode, that's been a theme so far this season in this particular career mode. A lot of blocked shots. Almost every single team that we've played against has played on defensive or ultra defensive, so there's always numerous people behind the ball at all times as I try and break opposition teams down, and we've had a real problem in scoring goals. We've created more chances than we have done in the first season, but right now we're not scoring more goals than we did do in the first season. So that was why we brought Alvaro Morata and Sofiane Feghouli, etc. into the club, and hopefully sooner rather than later those transfers, those attacking transfers, will start to pay dividends. Javier Pastore there with another effort well saved as we move into the second half, continuing to be on top, continuing to try and get ourselves in front, and continuing to have shots blocked. But we'll pick up a corner. Obviously, as you can see, whenever there's a man free on the edge of the box, I always try this routine because, scoring goals direct from corners this year, well, not direct, but you know what I mean, by crossing the ball into the box is very unlikely this year. We actually stand more chance of scoring a goal by using that outside of the box feature or, particular training move. But then my goalkeeper lets me down. All of the domination that we've had so far in this game, I pass it back to my goalkeeper, try and clear it, he kicks it straight at the Augsburg striker, who chests it down. His chest is made of solid concrete. It bounces to his fellow striker, who then puts it into the back of the net. Livid, absolutely livid I was right there, but we're going to work the ball back up the other end. All of the chances we've had so far, nothing. They score, immediately we go up the other end and make it 1-1. Why couldn't that have happened earlier on in the game? Why couldn't we have made it 1-0, on any of the numerous 5 or 6 chances we'd had previously? Why do I have to go behind for a shot to finally go into the back of the net? The luck isn't with me right now. However, we are going to get a 1-1 draw from that game thanks to a good finish from Alvaro Morata. They went part the bus. They were on ultra defensive prior to us scoring our goal, and then once we did score the goal, bring it back to 1-1, they went not ultra defensive, they went part the bus. And I couldn't even create any more chances. So nice to see Alvaro Morata, though, get his first goal in a Wolfsburg shirt. Hopefully that will give him the confidence to push on and pick up another goal or two. We have our first game in the Champions League up now against Panathinaikos, as you saw there. Saint Etienne and Chelsea are the other two sides in our group, and they'll be facing each other obviously in this first matchday weekend. They're playing a 4-1-2-1-2, a narrow 4-1-2-1-2 with 4 central midfielders rather than a cam, a CDM and 2 wide midfielders. So I was going to have to try and stretch the play if we could, try and take advantage of those wide areas, the space out wide. side, and it will be Sofian Feghouli and Julian Draxler to do that business in this particular game, using Draxler out wide so that we could give Hakan Çalhanoğlu a game in at cam, and he has the first chance of the game. Obviously we had a free kick with Ricardo Rodriguez that overcurled a little bit too much, and I've done the same there with Çalhanoğlu. I'm not quite finding my range with my free kicks yet this season, but I'm sure it won't take long. They had a chance so just before half time to give themselves the lead, but they weren't able to take it. Good save down low at the near post by Diego Bonalio. We're working ourselves into the second half though, passing the ball about really nicely. Hakan Çalhanoğlu has brilliant ball control, but again, shock horror, a shot is blocked in the box by a defender. So we were going to work it from the corner again. You can see there's a man free on the edge of the box. Julian Draxler picks it up, settles it down, has the shot blocked. Sofian Feghouli can't get on the end of the loose ball. Went out for another corner, which unfortunately nothing came from. But we were dominating this game the same way we dominated Dortmund and lost, the same way we dominated Hertha Berlin and drew, and the same way we dominated Augsburg and drew, and another shot blocked. I cannot believe what is going on this season. Made a couple of changes though, brought on Morata and Gabbiadini for Çalhanoğlu and Draxler to see if we could switch things around a little bit, get ourselves a goal to go in front potentially. Panathinaikos though were going to get the next chance of the game, but it was a good save by Bonalio to keep them out, and that was what we were relying on right now, us being able to keep a clean sheet so that we could get a goal and eventually get a 1-0 win. That was the plan with things going the way they are. We're not conceding too many goals. Morata into the box, so you can see how early I tried to take the shot there. The power bar was powered up a long way before the tackle even went in, let alone by the time I was fouled. But for some reason, Morata didn't take the shot, and that meant that the defender made the challenge, caused the foul, and gave us the penalty. Gave Morata the chance to take the penalty himself, and he buries it as well. 1-0 eventually in the 84th minute. Thank you very much for that stroke of luck. It's about time something like that went in our favour this season, and we were able to get our first win of the competitive season in the Champions League, well, in all competitions really. So delighted with that, and hopefully that will give us the impetus to push on into the Bundesliga and get our first win of the domestic season as well. Bayer Leverkusen though are the opponents, so obviously a strong side. They've scored 9 goals already this year. We've only scored 2, so that shows you how lax we've been when it comes to goal scoring. But like I say, we're clearly having the chances, we're just not having the luck in front of goals. So many shots blocked, and even when the ball does get past a defender, goalkeepers have been making saves. They've obviously got Chicharito up top to play as I think he was up top on his own with Aranguiz sat just behind him. We'll find out in a second. I think it was a 4-2-3-1. It was, yeah, with Mehmedi out wide and Kevin Campbell on the other side with Lars Bender and Christoph Kramer holding. Obviously, Leverkusen are one of the top 5, say, teams in the league, and they gave us a good run for our money when it came to qualifying for the Champions League for this particular season. Obviously, it was a close run thing for 3rd, 4th and 5th with ourselves, Schalke and Leverkusen. They in the end finished 5th, so they missed out on Champions League football, and obviously might want a little bit of payback here if they could get it, but we were going to try and not let them have it. They had the first chance, gorgeous ball in by Iñaki Williams there, and Morata with like a bar and a half of power put that much power behind it and lifted it over the bar. That wasn't a save, that was just a straight up shanked miss. I could not believe he'd been able to put that over the bar, especially with the limited amount of power that I put on that shot. But never mind, we stay at 0-0 for now, despite the fact they've had another chance at the other end. And into the second half we go. Andre Schürrle down the left-hand side. Chance to cross it in again, but decides to turn inside. Beats the defender. Again, turning inside. Shot blocks. And you can see again, we're playing in the rain. Shock. Again, another game in Germany. Weirdly, the game against Panathinaikos wasn't in the rain, but perhaps that was because it was in Greece and we were away from home. Back to Germany, rain again. Pastore, though, into Tolisso. He gets the turn in, has the shot, well saved, but there's Javier Pastore on the rebound to tuck it home for his first goal in a Wolfsburg shirt. So, first goals for Morata and first goal for Pastore in today's episode. Pleased then that our new signings are starting to show signs of, really settling in now into the first team. They had one more chance before the game was out to try and get themselves an equaliser. We were able to get the block in, ironically, and it saved us the game effectively. So we win 1-0 in the Bundesliga. So a 1-1 draw. and then followed by two 1-0 victories. We are starting to turn things around, climbing up to 12th in the table, and only 3 points now away from Bayer Leverkusen in those European spots. So hopefully in the next episode tomorrow, we'll be able to continue that trend of getting wins rather than draws or defeats, and we'll be able to close even more so on those European spots. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, hopefully the blocked shot conundrum will just disappear over the next couple of videos. We'll be able to score quite a few goals. But for now, that's all from me, and I'll see you next time.